Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today it's time for another round in New York City but not Manhattan. Let's hit play. I'm going to use the sort of 3-minute time limit, shall we say, just to keep things going, start the game and see how we do. I've got my pen with me this time, so I will try and note down things like street numbers and all the rest of it. Got a little playground there, that'll be helpful to remember. And quite a big long street here. I'm actually going to just hit the flag. Quick way to turn around is hitting the flag and go this way because it looks like there's a junction here, so we'll at least get something. Right, we've got 69th Street and Central. We've got the Pay Less Laundry Service here. It does not say where it is. What other businesses? Do we have any interesting businesses here? 69th and Central. Not sure about the word central. Central Avenue. That, could be... So that's 68th Place. So that's interesting. We had a street before. Now it's a place. Not sure if there's any logic there. But let us keep going because I'm hoping that on one of these sorts of signs here it says something, patriotic like Queens or something Central Avenue. For sale. Okay, well, in the interest of time, I'm just going to have a quick look for a Central Avenue because it does look like a major one. Start maybe with Staten Island because this could be Staten Island. Richmond, Harold, Victory, Jennett, Forest. The good thing about it is that it's quite straight. The funny thing about Staten Island is that, a lot of the roads sort of a bit more winding, so it's easy maybe to spot a non-straight road. Now here, of course, there's a lot going on. We've got here 60th Street, so Bay Parkway, 16th Avenue. The major ones are marked, and in fact, it's worth just calibrating whether... So this street, which we're on now, Central, runs dead east-west, so that helps. I'm going to put a safety pin down in Brooklyn, and just keep going. Hi, neighbor. Since Narragansett. Okay. Narragansett. That sounds like a sort of Native American name for somewhere. We're not making a great deal of progress here. I think the guess in Brooklyn will be okay, if only because Brooklyn's sort of in the middle of New York, and so... when you're wrong, and you can be wrong in either direction. That's not really a good strategy to employ, though. It'd be helpful if we could really nail something. Tons of laundromats. I think we had a laundromat earlier as well. And we've got here... What was that? Some kind of railway. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so we'll just have to wait and see, where this ends up. There we go. Central Avenue there was just beyond Bushwick, in the Glendale region, and I didn't spot that earlier, so unfortunately that's where we were left. Play the next round. Okay. I'm not sure if that was Brooklyn or Queens in the end there, but anyway. Right, what do we have here? We've got the Deli Corp, and we're starting, and the road that we're starting on goes north-south. I think that this is Queens at a first glance, although I'm not sure why. Fulton Avenue. I think we've seen Fulton before. Fulton Avenue, and I'm going to try and just get around the corner here to the next street and go and see East 168th Avenue. Okay, good. And that goes east-west, so Fulton was north-south. Up here, and what do we have? Franklin. So those two streets are quite close together. I think we're in the Bronx now. Just because 168th Avenue, was it? 163rd Street was Fulton. We spent a lot of time around here once. Lafayette, Randall. Not sure. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. So unfortunately... could be struggling a bit here. Is Fulton down in Queens? I'm not sure. Or Brooklyn, Fulton. Isn't there an F Flushing Avenue might be what I'm thinking of there. Oh, that's annoying. We really need to find the borough. We've got a minute and a half. So, let's get to here. And is that a police station? Please be a police station. Oh, goodness. Come on. Bronx Care Hospital Center. We walked right by it. So we're definitely up in the Bronx. And that does ring a bell because I could have sworn, right, 168th Avenue. Let's try and get these numbers. 3rd Avenue. They're just not popping up, I'm afraid. We do have 43 seconds to go. They're definitely not here. Lafayette, Otis, Layton, Randall. Is it right at the bottom? No. But we've got something that says the Bronx, don't we? So let's keep going. Keep 161 Street, 166 Street, 168. But it was an avenue. I'm just going to go there, just slightly refine my guess. But we're looking there at 168 Street, I'm afraid, not avenues, which is not, it's not the same thing. I know that might sound obvious, but unfortunately it's the case. Oh, and we were close there, Fulton. I just didn't see it, but 168. Maybe I was looking at the street. Oh, in which case I messed up then in recording my I even wrote it down, so I wrote it down wrong. That is quite frustrating. But look, we were in a better guess there on the whole, 168, and we did get to the Bronx, which was good. Okay, another residential area. This could be Queens. Although I think I said that last time and I was wrong. So, very green here. Very green. Could be Staten Island because it's quite open. The only place in Queens that's like this is sort of Forest Hills, I think. So, 195, and let's get this right, Street and 75th Avenue. 195, 75th. I think we're out here. Forest Hills. 71st. This is 75th Avenue. And 195 Street. I'm going to put us in there. 195 Street. '77th, 150th, 75th Avenue and 195. We're getting there. It's up this way. It's just a matter of getting there now. 75th and 195. Let's go in for the full guess, shall we? And get back there. Oh, now which way did we go? I think we went up here. So let's just go in sort of baby steps. You know what, actually, I'm just going to eyeball it. I think we're about halfway down the street, but I'm just going to confirm whether we were on 75th or on one. Which one were we on, actually? We were on 195. We were on 195, and we're looking south to 75th. So that puts us north of 75th, and, about here. So I'll just zoom out just to recap where we are. This is Queens. This is pretty much on the outer edge limit of the map, I think. We're definitely getting there. Sort of up here, I think, is the edge of the map. So we're out in Free Meadows? Fresh Meadows. Fresh Meadows, okay. Which isn't far from my initial thinking, which was in Forest Hills around here. So very green and leafy, very nice looking neighborhood, to be honest. So good. Nice to have a scan around. And as you can tell, I was pretty confident with that one. 16 yards from the guess. Okay, from the correct point is what I meant. Not sure at a first pass where this is, but we're on a main road, that is for sure. So this is good. We've got here Wilkinson. And what is next? Wilkinson and You know, the good thing about New York is just so many signposts. So that is great. Now, obviously, there's a main road here. I'm actually going to try and get on it. Can we get on it? Oh, I can't click down to it, unfortunately. Yes, I can. Good. Good. I think this is possibly the Van Wyck. Whitestone Bridge. That's not very helpful. RFK Bridge. Whitestone and RFK. I mean, that actually will be helpful. I should remember that. Whitestone, RFK. Okay, average travel time to George Washington Bridge. So that puts us maybe up in the Bronx. What is over here? Oh, goodness, come on. Just use the zoom. Orchard Beach, City Island. Oh dear, don't know where those places are. Right, well let's try and do the deductions here. We've got the bridges coming up. We're heading south here, and we're going to the George Washington Bridge, so we know where that is. That is famous. That is this big bridge here, sticking out of Manhattan, going into New Jersey. This is the George Washington Bridge, and you know we're coming down somewhere. So we're possibly on the Bronx River Parkway. We've got average time. We can go in two directions to the bridge. 95 or 278 and then 87. That's the 95. We can also take the 278 and then the 87. Yes, okay. Both of them are half an hour. So that puts us quite a long way away. Can we see a Wilkinson up here? Webster. You've got to be careful that the time doesn't run out here. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Nereid. This, I'm expecting maybe one of these to be Wilkinson. If it is, that would be extremely helpful. I'm going to put down a safety pin there. We've got the cross county McPherson, and I think at some point we're going to be getting a bit too far north for this map. You see, we're already up in sort of Mount Vernon. So is Wilkinson down here? We've got Allerton, Mace, Warring, Bronxdale, Neal, Morris, Tremont. Gonna be stuck. We'll leave you with that view, and we weren't quite there, unfortunately. We were on a different parkway. So, you know, I was looking a bit too far north and a bit too far out. But where were we then? We were on the 95. Right, okay. Okay, well, so be it. Next round. Got to keep going. I appreciate 3 minutes is, you know, can be a fairly long round. So, right, who's this business here? Disara. Continental cuisine. Wood brick oven. Goodness, that sounds good. Filming this, obviously, during all of lockdown. So, you know, restaurants are a bit of a novelty right now. Garibaldi. Wouldn't it be great to go to a restaurant? Both of them are avenues. Garibaldi and Roma. Right, okay. This, you know, hard to tell, this neighborhood. I don't recognize the kind of architectural buildings here, so the strategy to employ as always is just to race as far as possible down one street until you hit a dead end, which is what we've done here, so that's good. Got some green space, Roma, and the next one is New Dorp. That's a very strange name. Gonna head out down New Dorp here, and just similarly, you know, getting to... I mean, this is open. This is way open. So what do we have here? Let's not go racing around these streets without taking stock. And Gateway National Recreation Center, World War Veterans Park at Millerfield, Staten Island. Okay. Gateway National Recreation Center. Well, that's good. It's quite a big... We've got New Dorp here. So that is good. We've got the Millerfield Seaplane Hangar. That does actually sound pretty interesting. New Dorp Lane. Was it a lane? Can't remember, unfortunately. But, you know, this is definitely in the right neck of the woods. So we were on, and we had Roma there, which is great. And we were on Roma, and we had a Garibaldi Avenue. Fantastic. So let's go back. And we were on this street, weren't we? And we went down here to Roma. Desara, sorry, not Roma. We were on Garibaldi. So let's just sort of do a quick pulse check. We've got big house, big gap, 1, 2, and then more homes in that direction. So we're slightly closer towards Garibaldi. Big house, big gap, 1, 2. About there. About there. So that's good. I think we found that. So to recap, Staten Island here on the southern eastern coast that's here, right by Miller Field, which doesn't seem to have much information on it on Google. But anyway, there is a seaplane hangar. Guess. Excellent view summary. Well, look, some successes there and some misses, but that is the way it works. So Brooklyn, not too great. Queens, we nailed. A couple up in the Bronx, which are more interesting, and that one on the freeway, I think I could have done much better there, to be honest. And Staten Island was great. We got there pretty swiftly. So good to learn, as always, some new things about New York. Definitely one of my favorite cities, and a good one to explore as well, because there's just so much going on there. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.